of being totally disassociated from politics and what was going on, and you just watched football, you went to the bar, you had pizza? Wasn't that warm, fuzzy feeling where you'd wake up and just do your routine? It's all gone, isn't it?
It's a fourth turning. That's a pre-fourth turning. This is what a fourth turning is. We're in the maelstrom right now. We're in the maelstrom.
And the whole watching football and kind of living in a haze of glory, we were on the back of slaves. We were living off the back of slaves the whole time. We just didn't know.
But it's the ignorance. Yeah. You were basking in the bliss of ignorance. And more
That's
people,
where they want you to be. Right. Remember, most of what's happened, this is what's so powerful. I want to go back to the apes and why they hate the apes so much. What are the apes doing that's so bad? They're buying American companies and holding the stocks. Okay, they're racist, they're nativists, they're market manipulators, they're everything. The press beats on these people all day. You know why? Because they're crowdsourcing knowledge. Yep. They want you to be an idiot. They want you to look at the pro wrestling. And think about it a second. All the major events that have really happened, 9/11, the war in Iraq, the financial implosion in 2008, the market, these things. How at the time, that you go back and look at what was covered on cable TV, it's all pro wrestling. In the foreground, they want you distracted. Not just with entertainment, but even the stuff they say is serious politics is all pro wrestling. It doesn't matter. Where the power things, that's what this Bloomberg article, we ought to get to, read it, $838 million an hour. Okay, $4 trillion, and that hasn't even started, and it's not going to get reversed unless you throw down hard and reverse it. You ever hear about the debt ceiling? They don't want you to know about that. They don't want you to know that you have the power to say no. They want you to be an idiot.
Did you know the U.S. is liquidating its assets to try and cover costs because of the debt ceiling?
Okay, we talked about the debt ceiling. We're the only show I think that picked up. Even the business press did when Yellen. Remember, she's the only person I believe to be chairman of the Federal Reserve and Secretary of the Treasury. Mm-hmm. Okay, so in those circles, she's very highly regarded. She gives testimony right before 4th of July and says, "Oh, by the way, on July 31st, we hit the debt ceiling, and we will default on government securities on August 15th." I go, "Oh my God, this guy! We will default." Last time I looked, that means you're bankrupt. Okay, yeah. And you see there that, and here's the games they play, and this is what the Uniparty plays. She's got to shuffle around. They go through the 31st and no increase of the debt ceiling. And what are they doing? They're playing three-card money. Right. They're taking money from Social Security. They're not putting money into government pensions. They're going out and getting tomato cans in the back of the Federal Reserve. Where's the cash? No, they're doing everything they can do. Remember, these are your betters. These are the people that think you're an idiot and treat you like an idiot. These are supposed to be the geniuses. This is all the McKinsey consultant, Booz Allen. They went to the best law schools, the best business schools. They're your betters, okay? Your betters got us Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. And the deplorables are over in Arlington National Cemetery, okay? Your betters are sitting there on the think tanks and on MSNBC, and they're giving these proclamations. And the deplorables kids are on those planes going in there and to 6,500 to try to save American citizens, and they're the ones on the receiving ends of the Afghani kids are being tossed to them over barbed wire. Okay? This is the same thing here. You're betters. Now they're running around getting cash out of the tomato cans in the back of the Federal Reserve to kick the can down the road till they get back from vacation. They can't handle it in August. August is recess. We're coming back after September 20th. Then they're going to have this false deadline on October 1st, and here's the beauty of it. It's going to be your fault. The deplorables, oh my gosh, you're going to blow up the capital markets, the debt markets, we're going to default on our securities. You're the problem. You're the problem. They're not the problem. How do you get us in here? $28 trillion. And now they're talking about another $6 trillion, and there's going to be a $6 trillion on top of that, and top of that. Here's why. As long as they can keep printing, and the only way they can keep printing the full faith and credit of the United States government is you. It's not them, it's you. On your back, okay? Because you're going to owe it back. On your back, they're going to keep printing and printing and printing, and zero interest rates. The asset classes keep going, and who owns the assets? They do. They own the real estate. They own the stocks. You own nothing. 50% of the American people can't put $400 in cash together for an emergency. You're 2 paychecks away from oblivion. You don't own anything, and you're not going to own anything. This is the system that I'm a capitalist. This system has to be dismantled, and it can be dismantled by the American people if we act today.
Do you think that the American people are looking at a future much like how the Chinese citizens live, where you're effectively doing slave labor for trash prices?
Tim Pool, you can't say what we want to say on here because you could be taken off by a social media oligarch. Let's be brutally frank.
That's right.
If you and I had the real conversation that you want to have here, and you're smart enough and your staff's smart enough, that's not the conversation. Totally. Okay?